In the early 1900s, Brooklyn was a tapestry of dreams and struggles, where the skyline was punctuated by the silhouettes of tenement buildings and factory chimneys. It was here, in the bustling neighborhood of Williamsburg, that we meet the Nolan family, a portrait of resilience amidst poverty. At the heart of our story is Francie Nolan, an 11-year-old girl with eyes that sparkled with curiosity and dreams that reached beyond the confines of her small apartment. Her mother, Katie, was the family's pillar of strength, a woman whose hands bore the marks of endless scrubbing as a janitress, but whose spirit remained unbroken. Johnny, Francie's father, was a singing waiter whose charm was as abundant as his reliability was scarce. His dreams were as big as his struggles with alcohol. And then there was Neely, Francie's younger brother, a quiet presence in the shadow of his sister's vibrant personality. In a world where dreams often wilted under the harsh Brooklyn sun, Francie found beauty in unexpected places. The tree of heaven that grew outside her window became a symbol of her own resilience. "Someday I'll have my own library," Francie would whisper, her fingers tracing the spines of borrowed books. The library was her sanctuary, a place where poverty couldn't follow. Life for the Nolans was a constant struggle against poverty. Katie worked tirelessly as a janitress, her hands raw from scrubbing, while Johnny's work as a singing waiter was as unpredictable as his moods. Yet, even in their hardship, the family found moments of joy. Saturdays were special. Francie and Neely would collect junk to sell, earning a few precious pennies for candy. "We've got to get along with what we have," Katie would say, instilling in her children the values of hard work and resourcefulness. Her dream was for them to have the education she never had. As the years passed, Brooklyn's harsh realities became harder for Francie to ignore. The innocent wonder of childhood began to give way to the complexities of adolescence. Johnny's struggles with alcohol worsened, casting a shadow over the family. Francie, now a teenager, began to see her beloved father through new, more discerning eyes. "I drink because I got responsibilities that I can't handle," Johnny once confessed, his words a painful truth that Francie was only beginning to understand. In the winter of 1915, tragedy struck. Johnny's body, worn down by years of alcohol and the weight of unfulfilled dreams, finally gave out. The Nolan family was left to face an uncertain future without him. Yet in the face of loss, the Nolan women found strength they didn't know they possessed. Katie, now pregnant with her third child, worked harder than ever. Francie and Neely took on jobs, their childhood abruptly cut short by necessity. Despite the hardships, Francie's love for learning never dimmed. She attended night classes, squeezing every moment she could from her busy days to pursue her education. It wasn't only about the money, Francie would later reflect. It was about rising above Brooklyn, above poverty, and above the expectations placed on a girl like her. As 1917 dawned, Francie's perseverance began to bear fruit. She found a better job and managed to take entrance exams that would open new doors for her future. Francie's journey from a wide-eyed girl to a resilient young woman mirrored the very tree of heaven she once admired, growing, thriving, and reaching for the sky despite the harshest of conditions. The Nolan family's story is one of survival, not just physical, but emotional. They learned that life is unpredictable, but hope is what keeps people going. As we leave Francie on the cusp of a new chapter, we're reminded that resilience can indeed bloom, even in the most difficult circumstances, much like a tree growing in Brooklyn.